and welcome back to Opally Hour, and we are on day 2 of our Rolife Music Dreamer Sakura Dreamer tour. So the Music Dreamer is like the name of the series basically. I worked it out, okay, I'm a bit slow, worked it out yesterday. So the Sunset Carnival was the first one in the series and this one is the second, so there you go. Alright, this is how far we got yesterday. So we got some waxing going. I am ready for step 4. It's another big step, but we start using some of electronics. So I've only pulled step 4 right now, but obviously I can go back and do more. So going to need that, going to need our wax, and also going to need, I don't think we need this at all, so I think I'll just pick that up accidentally. I don't recall seeing the need for that, let's put it that way. Alright, first things first, we are going to take one of our screws. We are going to go through our round circle here. Going to move this to one side, don't need this for a moment. Then go through here, which it's not screwed in. Add this, which it only goes one way. If you hear a lot of noise, it might be just because it's windy up here, by the way. Which is then going to go on top of this, and that will be screwed in. So it does only go in one way, she says. It would be easier, you know, to do it this way. Put them all on here first. Then I can. It's quite a tight fit. Let's see. Oh, got to put that back in. If you can hear crunching, the pups have been fed. Another late day for me to get on today. And it's this way up. Don't try and put it so the bigger end goes down. I don't know that that's going to make it any easier for me, but it does. Give it a wiggle. Got something in my eye. Okay, it's slowly going. There we go. And it's going to go further down than that, but it's a start. Well, that doesn't make any sense, does it, guys? So let me take it off again. This one goes on first. All the way down. Gonna have to wiggle it again. Can't follow instructions, obviously. And then this one will go over it. Right, it's not all the way down. Oh, it's a tight fit. Okay, followed by this and this. I'm pretty sure, I don't know that it does go all the way down. It doesn't kind of show it one way or another. I just would have thought it would have. But maybe it doesn't. We will find out together. If we end up with a problem a bit later, we know it went wrong. And it should have been all the way down. I didn't feel that I could get that down much more than what I did once I got it on the right way. I mean, there is quite a gap there, but even if I screw this tighter, it's not really pushing it down anymore, so I'm thinking that's it. Then we are going to take these two pieces and put them together, lock them in. They went together quite easy, and these are going to fit on top of our motor this way up. And some of the holes are bigger than others, so you can only put it in one way, not the way I was trying either. Let's get lined up better. Ooh. Come back out, guys. Huh. So I think it would be easier put these ones in, the bigger ones. Still quite quite a tight fit. And of course the round circle there is going to be in the way as well, but you want it down as far as the round circle. I wonder if that little tool has anything that's going to help my strength. I know I have it here for doing other stuff. Or do I? She wonders now. Maybe that's only as far as it's going to go actually. And then I'm going to put this one over, so I'm doing it slightly different to what they say, but knowing my hands and strength, I don't know that I do have the tool here, you know. I thought I did. There we go. Nice little crunch on the way down. Then we are following that by putting this on top, which needs some waxing. I have no idea how many days this is going to take us to do, by the way, because all the steps are quite big. Going from the cathedral build where every tiny amount of step is classed as a step, and then one which incorporates several pages is an adjustment from one model to another. Okay, so again, get rid of this. And I have loads of these blocks over from different models, so got plenty to go on. And then this one is going to hook, so on the top here you can see that there's two ones pointing up, so that is the way you want this to go on. And it does go on, I was going to say perfectly, it really does. Okay, more bits, get rid of that, we are going to need it again. And then that is the first part of step 4 done. Now we are going to put this in our model. No, we're not quite yet, but we are coming there. We are going to put this in here, into the big hole with the cogs down. Okay, I'm even recording late and still get caught. Okay, and this goes with the cog side down. And we are going to screw that in place into the two holes here. And not only are we using that, you can see I put my wax in there, we are going to be putting bolts at the bottom as well, which is where I think you might use the tool. I don't know actually. What I do need to do is make sure that I don't lose the, and you want to have it with the wire going towards this edge here, because we are going to be plugging this in, but we're not testing it. Not today. Okay. So I'm just going to line this up. It doesn't look right though, does it? Look, it's way off. It's got to go the other way, surely. And it is with the picture facing upwards. Huh. Got me wondering. Oh, there is a gap. Okay, there is a gap down here. So, okay then. So let's get that back in. Now we know that there is meant to be a gap. I am surprised that there's a big gap, but yep, don't know why. You know what, I bet the train goes around there, that's why. Okay, and I put these on. There must be something on the tool to help do this. I need to go and find why I did not bring it with me. Probably just got it in a different pot ready to do something. Okay. I bet there is a hexagon thing on there to hold these in place while you screw them. Right, go see. Okay, it's not particularly a hexagon shape, but I think this would work somewhat, maybe. So let's see if it does. It's not moving, so yes. So using this part on the bottom here by the hole works. And then this one. Slightly harder for me to put it in that way. Let's try this way. It's not quite as much grip. That goes here. Oh, is that the one that I did before? No? No. Turn it down, you don't want your motor going all over the show. This one needs a little bit more. Don't suppose that's what this tool is to do at all. A tool is for. Okay. Feel stable. Then we are going to get our model and we are putting in, let's see, I'm putting in a piece that I don't know that I have. There is another piece going to go over here in this hole. No, there's not. There's this one. So we are putting it to catch those two through here and here. Is that right? And then here and here. That one makes more sense. Oh, I see. It's going through this little one. Okay. And you want to make sure your cogs underneath are matching in a moment. So now get them started. A little bit easier said when I'm not lining it up very well, isn't it? Okay. There's another one here as well to line up. And there's this one. So what is it getting caught on? It's not going straight, that's all. That's my pointy stick. Give this a little pull out of it. And then this one. Oh, it's nowhere near there. Oh, it would be near there if I was holding the bottom, so hold the bottom at the same time. Okay. Right, let's make sure that all of those are in. That one needs to go down, so you've got a tab showing at the top here as well. Make sure you push it down and make sure that the gears are interlocked, which mine are not. Doesn't look like it's quite down enough, really. Needs a little bit of placement there. Okay, now it's in. So you just want to make sure that the gears from your motor here meet up with this one, and it just needed a little bit of pushing back a little bit. It wasn't quite aligned, so it wasn't down. This wasn't down enough. So then that is the end of page 7. Okay, and page 8 we are going to use. New pot. We are going to use one piece, which is a grey top and a white bottom, and our stickers, and we are going to use the smaller ones on the left side, and we need 3. If I can get any of them off, and it's going to go where? Oh, where? Oh, I think it's in here. So you want 3. So you want one on each end. Inside the white line there, and that's to hold this piece down rather than using glue. Okay, not seeing that very well, are you? Anyway, it's inside this white line. Let's get that in front of the camera. 2. I'm notorious for this whole camera thing, I swear. And then one more. as we won't be needing this at least for step 4 anymore. I don't know about after that. Like I said, there are actually quite big steps. And just do your best to try and get them in there, and then you're going to peel off the other side of the papers. So if you press them down, as long as they're pressed down enough, you should be able to lift them, either by a pointy stick like I've got, or if you happen to have nails, give them a go. There we go, that's in. Just make sure you're giving them a really good press down. If they start to lift with it, just give it another press and you should be good. Like so. And then we put our little grey piece on top, make sure it's in the white lines. And the grey piece is just paper. And press it down on your sticky areas. Okay, seems to line up quite well. Right. Don't know why they just didn't paint it grey, really. I'm sure there is a reasoning. And then we are taking our wire and we are taking it through the outside, popping it through this hole here, and we are connecting it over here. And it's not got much room, so remember how we connected it before. I'm going by the little line on the top, the indentator, raised part, and that goes into the raised part, which is this side. I'll pop that in. We are not testing this, by the way, not at this stage. Let's make sure it's in. As I break my nail. See, I don't think that's in. I'm going to use this to try and get it in a bit further. It did not work. Let's use the tool this way then. It's a tight fit in there, my friend. We will check. We'll be checking the electrics soon, so that's in for the moment. Then we are moving on to this piece. And guess what we're going to do with this, can't you? And lots of pieces for this. So let's see. First of all, we are using. We have to join two things together like we did before. So the small J5, which they're labelled, goes through J6 like so. And get that as far down as you can. And do that twice, and those are going to sit in here. So the nice wide part at the bottom. This one's a little bit tight to fit. I don't think I'm going in straight. I think it's on me. And these are going to sit here. Electrical wire doesn't look like it's in enough to me, so we will see. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to be testing this quite soon. Okay, and then we are going to put these in here. I'm going to put my numbers J6. I'm going to put my numbers to the middle. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I could probably put it that number's at the bottom actually. I don't think it's going to show, but why have a number on a piece if you don't need to show it? So just push this all the way in. Doesn't matter which side. It would be easier if I was pressing against the desk. And these are all the same pieces, so there's no difference between the number. And this one here, and then we're going to wax it. I'll just do that off camera, you see me do it now. This block is very thin in the middle, so I'm pretty sure we won't be using much of this one. Alright, bear with me. Okay, that is all waxed up. This is going to be placed with these up onto here and make sure that it goes into this, can't see that, into these cogs. I moved it out the way and then forgot to move it back, so you've got it like that. You would think it would want grease, you want grease on the inside as well. Well, that would make more sense because it's going to be going round this circle here. So again, line up your cogs, make sure they're interlocking and it's down flat. That's a little bit up this side. I don't know. I'm sure it is really as flat as it's going to go. And that takes us, believe it or not, to the end of page 8. And page 9 seems the end of this step. So last pieces coming in of what I've got ready. So you're going to put this one in. It does not say to grease it, so it's just going to sit where? Oh, where? In the bottom. Interesting. It does. That's all it does. Okay. I am trusting the directions because it doesn't feel right, but okay. And that goes all the way down. Hasn't told us to wax it or anything. Next we are plugging in our speaker, which is going next to here. And I worked out, by the way, that these no, that doesn't make any difference. Anyway, it's going this one. I was thinking I worked it out in my little head then, but it doesn't, because this M would stand for motor, S would stand for sound, L would stand for lights, but we are about to put our sound in the one which says motor, so I guess not. And it is that one. Just confirming. So again, push it as far as you can. Okay, that's about as far as it's going to go. And this one sits, funny enough, where it went, over here, and it just sits in there. Nice easy fit. Make sure these are down because we're going to be dealing with that now. And we are securing it in with, not going to quite secure it in like that, securing it in with this. So put this one in first. Okay, and then put that across into here to keep it from coming out. When it plays away that music, and it goes all the way down. If you've got it right, it will go all the way down. And that was the second part, it wasn't the first part. Is that right? Am I just missing what I was meant to be doing? Have I just got myself... I got myself lost. We're okay. Alright, and the last bit on page 9 is to do with this wire, which is going to go through this hole down here. So through here. Through here all the way along the edge, the outer edge. Come here. So all the way along here. And then through this hole, I'm guessing. Yeah. Through here. Now it's going to want us to test, by the way. And this one goes into this one over here. Interesting. I really thought I had, so this one over here, I really thought I had this down as to what those symbols meant on the boards. It would have made sense. Okay, and now it will want you to test it. Are we meant to be testing it now? I think so. And you've got to make sure that it is this wire, and not the yellow wire. So I think we are going to be testing it, which I do have my USB to hand. make sure that this is off, which doesn't actually tell me which way is on or off, by the way. So it says looking at it, let's see, off is left, I think. We'll find out. We'll plug it in and see. Okay, nothing happens, so oh, we can see the wheels moving, so that's kind of cool. And the motor is moving because that's what's pushing that. There is no sound coming out of this, so I'm thinking we need something else in to make that happen. And I'm not seeing we're meant to have installed any other wires or anything, so I think that's that. Alright, so let me just let my pups out. They need to go outside. Okay, it's very quiet, isn't it? Absolutely incredibly quiet. So I'm assuming we are unplugging this now, but we're probably going to have another test coming up, so I'm going to keep it plugged in. Next we have this big piece here, and we are going to be waxing the outside of it. So my wax is now in half, so a lot quicker to wax a one without teeth. I just want to keep that away from some of this, so just go round and round. They probably, if there's a lot of waxing like this, probably should have provided another one rather than just the one. It does not say to wax the inside of here, so we won't, though I'm tempted to. More wax for the little pot. I'll take our little bits of paper that we took off as well. It's looking good though, isn't it, guys? After just really 2 steps, you can't count the testing of everything at the beginning. It's not going to get us a test after this. And this just fits on the end pieces, these two. It says, hoping that it does. It goes on with a nice squeak. And everything should still work. Yep, seeing some movement going there. So it all still seems to work. And that is the end of step 4, and they class this now as B. So let's unplug everything and we will move on to step 5. Okay, so step 5 is actually quite a short step for a change, but step 6 not so much. Not terrible. Alright, so we are starting with this little piece, and they are all labelled, so G9, and you want it with the 3 dots followed by these ones to accept. Let's get these all out. This is all there is for step 5, I believe. And you want this one to go in here with, I'm assuming, the pink side outwards. So, like so. There. And then the bigger one, like this piece, G4. Nope, you want G6. Where is my G6? I don't know where my G6 is. Oh. I was looking for something else. G6. Ooh, it wants it to go that way. So now I'm thinking that, no, it does want it to go that way. Wasn't being so crazy as I was thinking I was. Let's move that out of the way because we don't need that for, I don't think, 5 or 6. And then we want G8, this one, to be next, which is going to have these slots showing the same way. So in the same direction. They go in quite easy. And followed by G4, which is going to go at the end. Doesn't say pink outwards or inwards, so I'm going to go outwards. Give it a go, which it will. And followed by popping this one on top of these 2 down here. And this, shockingly, is considered part C, and it is all there is to 5, which didn't take long at all. And I have pulled 6, so we can get straight on with that. Which I don't think involves the main platform either. Okay. 6 needs this piece. Oh, that went blurry, didn't I? I must have moved it too fast. Okay, so 6 is a lot of these. So, and some of the, make sure that doesn't go too far. So we're going to start with the 2 little ones. Let's put that to one side for the moment. We will be needing it. And you just want it even to the surface. So, just like so, and like so. And I know the big ones we are going to do exactly the same, have 2 on the surface, like so. So, let's pick you up and do that. And then we'll see what time we're on. We're about 30 minutes now, so we might be able to do another step afterwards. I will look at how big 8 is, let's put it that way, or 7 is rather. Getting ahead of myself now. Alright, so take your 2 little ones, that's the ones we started with, and you want these little pieces here, and they do have arrows on them, and you want it at the end of the arrow. So the arrow is going to be probably difficult for my camera to pick up because it's so bright, pointing downwards, and these go in this end by the bottom of the arrow, and the same with this little piece here, so at the bottom of the arrow, like so. And when you've done that, we are going to pop it into this piece. With it also has an arrow, so you want to make sure the arrows are all facing the same way. So this goes in here, this goes in here also. When I can, I don't think I did that the easiest way. Oh, come on. How can it be very difficult? There we go. Just being cat-handed with it. Alright, so those 2 pieces are in. We have finished page 10. Moving on. So then what we do is we put the next 2 of these plastic things with the arrows all pointing the same direction and into the one near the pointed arrow end. You can see where this is going, can't you? It's going to all line up in things. Then we get those 2 ready as suspected, and we put them, fortunately before I do that we can count them. So we are going to use our thing here to put these on the top and push them all the way down using that tool, but with this plastic piece of paper in between. So just using the middle slot it wants you to do. So just as far as you can, like so. And take it out and do the same the other side, and you're going to be wanting to use it, so we're going to be doing the taking it out again after this piece too. I think it's just a guide just to make sure you're not too tight with it. Pretty clever idea really. I love these tools when they do things like this. Then that be done. Just checking. They say make sure that it is free flowing. So in other words, it moves up and down, which it does. So they both slide very nicely. And then we are going to use the bigger ones, and those are going to go through all the holes. So through that hole and that one, and the same with this. So through that one, all the way up to hopefully line up with this one. Oh man. Had it just right too. How stupid. Oh. Right, hold you in then. And right, hold them in. There. And then we are going to use this again to push one down. And again use the tool, but this time they want you to use the hole to push this down, probably because it wants to get it further down, and these are long. Okay. If I can line it up. It will go, honestly. There we go. Just make sure you have your piece of plastic there and the other things aren't in the way. Okay. Oof. I'm going to do the same with this one. Put one on here. Okay. And again, push them down. It's very important that the first ones you put in are flush with the bottom, by the way. So after this I'm going to check that they still are that way. You know, it'd be easier to get it started with using this tool, I reckon, and then I could just put the hole through. It makes a lot more sense. So if you're having trouble, just use this so it gets started, and then push it down, and again pull this out. So this is how we are looking. These are still all flat at the bottom. Make sure that they move, which they all do. So that all works. Next, and we don't get to install this in the model in step 6. They said just check it, and now we are going to put it. Oh, I've got ahead of myself, I think. No, I haven't. I'm okay. I don't know the answer to this actually, whether I've got ahead of myself or not. And they are really good instructions, so let's put them through and put it through here, and then do that. Oh yeah, so I've probably got myself too many for that. And then we have to check that it runs smoothly, which it does. And then we are going to put it in here, this piece we made, and it slots in so that these ends go in here, but this one here goes through the middle of our piece. Was it pink? No. I'm going to be like, oh, that'd be a shame. Okay, goes in like so. And then I didn't get it wrong. And then we use these two, and it doesn't say to use anything else, but it does want you to use the middle tool for how far down it goes. So we get it in there. Okay, so it's going to be quite loose, and it's meant to be, evidently. And I think this is the end of page 12 and the end of page 6. So let me have a quick look at what 7 entails, and we'll see if we can squeeze in another step. That's step 7 in 1 page, 2 page. Ooh, looks like it was getting complicated. We make the train in 7. How long are we on? 40 minutes. Why don't we call it a day, and then tomorrow we will do that train. I will get this all uploaded so that you have it, and then tomorrow we can get on with step 7, which is still quite detailed. It looks like there's quite a bit to do in it, which is why I don't want to be rushing and then mess it up. So this, my friends, is what we have done today. It's kind of, I'm not, no idea what it's going to do. I think we are going to have our train on top of it, maybe if it's that way. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense that these line up with here, wouldn't it? But it would have to be that way. Nope. No, I should stop guessing. It's not going to happen, because this is in the way to stop it going down any further, and it's meant to be that way. And there's no other slots in there for it to go in. Alright, I will stop looking so we don't do it. So, what we have, we will check to make sure that that motor works still. And the cogs a turn. So, and they do, and it's so quiet. I mean, this is really nice and quiet. So this is what we've done for today. We haven't got the speaker plugged in. I think that's the other switch, so it's not plugged in yet, which is why we can do it separate. So yeah, this is where we are for today. So thank you very much for watching. We will get to 7 tomorrow, and like I say, we're going to be building, I believe, the train. We're going to be doing a bit more to this part, but we won't be installing it. The train, as I kind of guessed, goes on here. Yeah, it's built on it. So we will be doing the train tomorrow, including the backing plate. Interesting. And we will 8 will see us doing another piece. So once the train's on here, that's considered part E. Then 8 will see us doing another platform. No clue, no idea what that's for at this stage. And 8 is actually quite long as well, but we do fit it into the model itself after 8. I don't know what it's doing. We will find out. We will find out together. Alright, so let's see you again tomorrow. Any comments are very much appreciated. I will get back to you. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do really appreciate it. It does help me keep bringing you content like so. Quite mesmerising, isn't it, with it all going around. Like I say, it does really help the channel. But the majority, you know, oh, not the majority, the main point is that you take care of yourselves, because it is very important to take care of you. Alrighty guys, see you tomorrow. Take care guys, bye bye.